Guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing a very special video, and that is, we're going to be ranking all the movies I've seen from the Jurassic Park franchise, the Star Wars franchise, and the MCU. Remember, this is just my very own opinion. You can leave yours down below in the comments. Now let's get into this. Alright, in last place is Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Now, I haven't announced it publicly on my channel before, but this is my least favorite movie of all time, and that's because it takes all of John Hammond's beautiful character work and just undoes it by the end of the movie with the creation of this new park. Whoever directed this movie, I don't think understood the original. If it was Steven Spielberg, I am baffled. It's such a bad movie. It's by far my least favorite of the Jurassic Park franchise, obviously. This is just awful, and I don't really want to talk about it anymore. Next up is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. This is a perfect example of just a bland film. It copies A New Hope, but with none of the flavor or taste or just fun that movie had. Instead, it basically just rips it off practically beat for beat, and few things are actually distinguished from A New Hope. I know I sound so cliche just saying this. I didn't see what people meant at first by saying this movie was too similar to New Hope, but after thinking about it, it really, really is. Just this entire movie, it's a ripoff. It's a bad ripoff. And it is, in my opinion, the worst of the sequel trilogy. Alright, this is where people are going to start hating me because I probably Force Awakens is a lost world, have its defenders, but Iron Man? Oh man, people just love this movie to death. I do not. I just don't enjoy this one. It is bland, its protagonist is not really likable. And of those jerk protagonists turned nice guy ones, this is my least favorite. This is really my least favorite. The genre was really never for me, but this is by far my least favorite. The directing from Jon Favreau is absolutely awful. The film is really on all over the place from beginning to end. It has no real continuity to the story. And I know I sound just so fancy saying that, but it is true watching the film. And it's just so bland and really just a bad pilot for such a great franchise. Next up is Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Now, I do think this one is a slight improvement over The Force Awakens, but when it comes to one of the most divisive films in film history, if not the most divisive, yeah, I'm on the hating side of this one. I just don't like this one. Just what they decided to do with Luke. I couldn't get on board with it. I'm sorry. I tried so hard to get on board with it, but I just can't. I can't see that being Luke. I just can't. And his decision to just want nothing to do with the Jedi, I think they have to end. It feels very out of character. And this entire film feels like Ryan's response to J.J. in that movie, and just see this entire trilogy. It's kind of an example of no continuity at all throughout the plot. Okay, not really the plot, but there's just random stuff of the three different films. And overall, The Last Jedi is a pretty bad one. Predecessor. Okay, next up, Jurassic World. And this is one that is, to be honest, a bit frustrating, and, there's not, any really big things that I really hate about it, like Lost World. Nothing that makes me throw up or anything like that, but it's also just kind of a bland film, and nothing that sticks out or is memorable. We're past the films that I just absolutely hate, like Lost World or Force Awakens, and these are more the films that are just kind of Okay, and just like the hot Iron Man, next up we have The Empire Strikes Back. And this one I like significantly more than everything before on this list. And I know people love this one to death. Put it up there as one of the best movies of all time, which I just don't really, guys. I don't really think it deserves to be called the best movie of all time or anything like that. It's just a good enough movie, and that's what it is. It can be fun sometimes, whatever, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of there. It's just kind of there for me. And people, I reveal that caused the prequels and all that. You know, people just talk about way too much. It almost gets annoying sometimes. So Empire Strikes Back, it's not one that I really I don't really hate the movie. It's just kind of overhyped at the end of the day. And then we have the original Star Wars: A New Hope. Now, to be completely frank, I'm just not the biggest original trilogy fan. They're fine for what they are. I mean, okay, by not biggest original trilogy fan, I mean New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Return is just the best. But the first two are just fine, and this one, like Empire, is honestly just fine for me. It's fun. It's got a nice protagonist. It can have questionable effects. Oh man, but it's just a good enough movie that you can have fun with. So yeah. Then we have Attack of the Clones. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get the comments because people don't care about others' opinions. They just like to hate, and I can't help that. I like this movie. It's fun. It's and when people complain about the green screens, I see they're not the best, but not as bad as it could be. And I think the action and stylized pretty cool. I like the romance. I'm gonna say it. I like the romance. It works for me. And it's just a fun film overall. It's just a nice kind of preload to Revenge of the Sith before we saw Anakin go to the dark side. And but it does really lead to that up to that. Well, even if Clone Wars doesn't, you know, small enough crack there about Clone. And now entering the top 10 is Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Yeah, I like this movie. I just in general like the prequels more than the originals. If you guys want to hate me, whatever. I like these movies. This one is really lots of fun. Of course, Jake Lloyd didn't get a super great performance, but hey, I think he got bullied in school for his performance. That's not cool, guys. That's not cool. And definitely feel bad for the guy now. That aside, it's still just a fun movie to watch. And the lightsaber fights are pretty cool. Again, I kind of like how innocent Anakin is at this point in time. It's got Liam Neeson, who's probably in my top 5 actors of all time. So, that's a plus. Overall, yeah, it's just a movie I can enjoy. And I don't find it too boring. And next up is Solo: A Star Wars Story. Yeah, this is one that I really enjoy, and I'm never really bored when watching. I just enjoy it a lot. And hot take, I prefer Onan Edwards' performance in this to that of Harrison Ford's in the original trilogy. It's a trend you're going to see. I'm just not the world's biggest original trilogy fan. And yeah, overall fun movie. It just did its job, you know? It wasn't setting out to be the best thing on the face of the planet. And it just ended up being enjoyable and super fun. And that's what I like about it. Overall, Han Solo's journey and just the way he's acted, the way he's characterized. It's got Donald Glover in here, and Donald Glover is also great as Lando Calrissian. Overall, I really like Solo. And here's where more hate comes in. The Rise of Skywalker. I like this one. It's fun. It's just fun. I realize it's kind of a stupid movie. They didn't explain Palpatine's return that well, and I get it. Spoilers. If you have not seen the movie, you guys. Oh yeah, I already talked about Palpatine, but you guys just probably wanted the Force Ghost to come back, and they didn't. I get all that stuff. I get why you hate this movie. Um, but I don't. I just don't. It's just so easy to have a fun time with this film. I think the final shot of just them being together, that's amazing. And yeah, just this whole movie is fun and enjoyable. At the end of the day, that's why I really like it, and I think it's just fun. So yeah, this is just the one I have the least description of, honestly. It was just an epic movie to watch that I really enjoyed. And next up, Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Another one that I just ultimately just really enjoyed. I go back between this one and Rise of Skywalker as to which one I like more. Right now, we're going with Rogue One. That could change really any day of the week. But yeah, I just think it's such a fun movie, such a well made movie. Honestly, that it's a serious movie. That's I really like that about it. It's a very emotional movie. I know the complaint a lot of people has is that they just didn't really care about the characters. I would disagree highly, very much so, because I really just loved all the characters in this movie and their characterization. And spoilers, Jin's father's death. Oh, man, it just hit me hard, and a lot of this movie hit me hard, and that's why I really like it. It's, in my opinion, the best made Star Wars movie. I don't care what anybody else says. Say all you want about Empire Strikes Back. This is the best made Star Wars movie. You're not gonna change my mind. Rogue One, it's just a great movie, and that's why I love it. Then next up is Spider-Man. Yeah, I really like this one, just like everybody else. Back just having our three Spider-Man fighting together, and I'm a huge, huge Spider-Man fan. Movie overall with somewhat emotion. I've heard complaints about the story. I completely get it, but ridiculously fun movie that was just a great theater experience. Now entering our top five. I think our top five. Let me check. Yup, our top five is the original Jurassic Park, the first one. I love this one. It is so ridiculously good. I know everybody always talks about that line right there, that life will find a way. You know what? I always talk about people are dying. I love that line. The delivery is perfect. Jurassic Park is just a masterpiece. And just the lesson of how John Hammond has to put the safety of others above scientific achievement. That's amazing. And probably a lot of scientists could use that lesson. Overall, Jurassic Park is such an amazing film. It's such a classic that I just find super fun. Of course, in the third act, with all the carnage and stuff, it's an amazing. Next up, we're talking about Return of the Jedi. By far my favorite of the original trilogy, as I said earlier. Yeah, this is really the film, just in the original trilogy, that did it for me. The one that I really, really loved. I loved Vader's redemption at the end. The completion to Luke's journey was just amazing. And overall, it was a fun movie. Just one that was really great to watch. Emperor Palpatine, man. Just so menacing in this one. Of course, played by the brilliant Ian McDiarmid, who can literally just never give a bad performance as this man, even in The Rise of Skywalker. But just wow, man, it's such a tight conclusion to the original trilogy. So overall, yeah, Return of the Jedi, a great movie. Again, a great conclusion to the original trilogy, and yeah. And closer to the top of the list, surprising nobody, Avengers Endgame. This is such an incredibly great movie, and I'm so gonna talk spoilers with this one because everybody knows, everything about this movie. Just Tony's death at the end. I am inevitable, and Iron Man. So good, and just a conclusion to all of it. To all of it. It is so amazing, and just what they did in that final battle, defeating Thanos, and Thanos just fading away. It's so good, guys. It's so good. What an amazing film. What an amazing film. Truly. Again, it's not like the best movie ever made, but because of just what it meant, that's amazing. That in and of itself is amazing. And even if you don't love this film to the degree that I do, or to the degree that other people do, you have to respect it. And that's just what's amazing about this film. And that's why me and so many other people love it forever and always. Our runner up is going to be the original Avengers movie. And if you've seen some of my videos, you know that, and man, I just love this movie now. It is so amazing, guys, and just bringing all these characters together, doing it in the right way, serving them justice. The dialogue is, some of the best just ever crafted, and it's just hard not to love this movie. It's such a great movie that just unites these characters, pays respect to them, treats them like real people, and was just such a great and remarkable movie. And overall, that is really the reason why I love this movie. The Avengers is a masterpiece, and I prefer like this much to Avengers Endgame. It's very little, but still there. But number one, and I think you guys know this like from the beginning, it's Revenge of the Sith. I mean, come on. I was invested throughout this entire trilogy. I love this entire trilogy. And then we just see Anakin turn to Darth Vader, full Darth Vader, some line in that final battle. Oh, Anakin, I am the high ground. You underestimate my Oh man, I just quoted so much. I love this movie so much. It made me so sad on first viewing. And just what they did. It was really an amazing feat. And just everything. So emotional, so heartbreaking. I think everybody universally agrees that this is the best prequel. And I mean, obviously for good reason, but to me, it's the best Star Wars movie. And that's what we talk. This is, and it comes in at number one. Alright guys, well that was the list. And please leave your list in the comments below. And this is such a fun video. I really enjoyed making it. We'll see you in the next one. Later.